My Xmaxx is a load of crap, and I will explain to you why I've come to this decision, and I will show you a few things that I've done to it to try and improve it. Now, since owning this, I want to love it so much, but I hate it so much at the same time. Every time I take it out, it's just eating rear diffs. Now, there's been a few upgrades put onto this truck, which might suit some people, but it definitely doesn't suit bashers. If you want to go and bash your Xmaxx and do jumps with it and do flips with it and it be reliable, you need to watch this and definitely do not do these upgrades. So I'll try and work through this in order of what I broke and my thought process in doing it. And I'll work through quick and we'll get into some clips of me bashing it today. The first thing that went was these Vitavon Mod 1.5 gears, cush drive delete. Ruined them, no problem. Both of them, both Vitavon, both ruined. But that was a cush drive delete. That's the first thing that I think is a bad idea. With them going as well, it's ruined 4 gears in the diff. I can only find 3. I must have binned one or chucked it somewhere in pure frustration. But it's just annihilating these teeth. Shreds them to pieces. It's awful. Look at that. So every time I took it out, I wouldn't even get a pack through it. And a lot of these were just on flat ground. I would fit new ones in. I would go to test it, run it up and down the road, a couple of full throttle blips, and it would shred them. I have been changing the pinions as well, even though these haven't actually lost teeth. But I have been changing these every time I change one of them. So to try and combat it eating these, I've changed all of the shims that you can find. So every single shim has been done. Every single bearing has been renewed all over the bulkheads. It's got new bolts everywhere. I've fit new bulkhead, upper and lower. I even tried a cush drive 1.5 system, pinion and spur. But I think the biggest and main issue with the reliability of this is this. This thing weighs in at nearly 1.5 kilograms when it's on its mount. So this mount and that motor with the pinion on weighed in just under 1.5 kilograms, which is silly. The stock motor is about 600 grams, with a fan on it maybe 700. So just taking that out alone has saved me 0.5 kilogram. That's a huge amount of weight. So that is just a quick overview of some of the parts that I've had to change, some of the thought process of what I've been going through, and I swear by it, this thing's too big. 800 kV is too much for bashing. If you're just going to be razzing around on flat ground, gravel, not doing big air and backflips, this is great. Tons of power. But for my application, it's been no good. Let me show you. I've been out today. We've been bashing at the pump track. It's done flips. It's done big air. It'll just be a quick clip montage of some of the best jumps and the biggest jumps from today. Then we'll jump back here, see what magical motor I've put in it that's hopefully solved all my issues. Right, we're here again with the Xmaxx, and this time I am hoping to get a pack through it. We'll start off small, couple of little jumps, do some laps, couple of little jumps there. I want to end up doing massive jumps out of here, backflips over this little ridge here. I want to give this a good test today, because I've gone through so many rear diffs. Let's go. Now, I want to love this truck so much. Yet so far it's been my most unreliable truck. It rides so lovely. I'd be happy if I can get 20 minutes playtime in with this, even if it breaks something else that's not a rear diff. Almost. And that's it, that's half power, it's cut me down. Here we are then, back in the garage. That was a good bash. That is by far the hardest I've been on this for, you know, a full pack. I've managed to run a full pack through this truck and I didn't hold back. It was having full throttle sends off some of those jumps. It's done back flips, it's done front flips, kind of. It's crashed, it's bashed, it's got dirty, and it's came back in one piece. The whole AS set lasted me just under 40 minutes. It's done loads of running and crashing. And do you want to know what the magical component is, the motor that I've replaced with that massive behemoth there? Do you know what's in it? The stock motor. The stock motor, the stock gearing, that's just now Mod 1 gearing with, I think it's the speed gearing, so 1846, yeah, 1846 is in that. Stock motor, twin fans, Max 5 ESC. This stayed cool, really cool. This did get a little bit warm, but as I say, 40 minutes. And I'd been nailing it up and down the football pitch as well, giving it some high-speed runs. And 40 minutes of just abuse. And it's took it. The first time I've ever been able to give it a load of abuse and it comes back working. So that, with a new bulkhead and everything else that I've done, I'm hoping has fixed it. And that brings me to my conclusion, which I still say is, if you're going to bash this, don't put that 800 kV in it. Change the ESC, put a Max 5 in, put a Max 6 in, put in whatever you want ESC wise. Do not put this motor in. It's too much. It will cause you problems. Unless you're going to put that motor in and then spend another £400-500, dollars, whatever, on supporting mods. Chassis bracing, GPM gears, everything else. You'd have to really go to town to make this super strong and super stiff to cope with that motor, which is then also going to make it super heavy. And I just don't think that's right for bashing at all. So I'm going to carry on bashing this. I think the next time I take this out, I'm going to go to a skate park, and it's really going to get sent at a skate park. So I hope you've found some information in this that's a bit useful, or it's been a bit entertaining for you. If you have, please do subscribe. Remember to bash the bell, and I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.